Hey guys, it's Crystal and I am back for my very first iPhone event. It was so cool getting to check out the phones early, but yeah, now that it's been a couple of days and the excitement has kind of settled down a bit, I wanted to just go over all the differences between the devices, what I'm most excited about, and just everything that was announced. So first, let's talk about the iPhone 11, which is a follow-up to the iPhone XR, and all around a better device for a cheaper price at $699. It's got that dual camera setup on the back now, doesn't have the triple cameras like the 11 Pro, which we'll talk about in a little bit, but all around it's got a lot of great updates, and of course we got to talk about those colors. If you followed me on Twitter and Instagram during the event, you'll know that I was super hyped to see the purple color, but there's so many colors to choose from. We got yellow, green, blue, it's like more like a teal Tiffany blue, there's red, white, black, and they all look beautiful, but I gotta say, I feel like the purple is really calling my name and it's making my decision of which iPhone to choose really difficult. But yeah, I love that purple. Now, pre-orders actually went live today. So if you're debating whether to get the 11 or the Pro, really the biggest differences is that display and the extra camera, but you'd be surprised to see that they share a lot of the same new features. We still get that new front-facing camera with that 12 megapixel wide option, which I am super happy to see and test out more. We also get 4K video up to 60 frames per second. So I feel like people are going to be vlogging with their iPhones a lot more now. And we get slow-mo video too, 120 frames per second slow-mo, which Apple is calling slow fees. And drop a like if you think I should recreate that slow fee ad. How you like me now? Now with the rear cameras, yes, there's no telephoto lens on the 11, but we still get that new ultra-wide camera on the back, which I feel like most people would appreciate over the telephoto anyways, so super excited to take more ultra-wide pictures with that. And video is also the same as well, 4K 60, and the cool thing is that there's extended dynamic range now also on the 11, so video is going to look a lot better there too. But yeah, if you really don't care about that telephoto lens, you're really not missing anything when it comes to cameras on the 11 versus the 11 Pro. Now, one thing worth noting, if you want to go for the Pro, you want the best of the best with that telephoto lens, a cool thing this year is that we also get portrait mode on the wide angle lens. So last year we were on the XS and XS Max, we were limited to just a telephoto, but now we get it on the wide angle too. Performance wise, all three phones get that A13 Bionic chip, so you're not sacrificing performance with any of them. But while we've talked about that third camera on the Pro, let's also talk about that display. Now with the 11 Pros, we do get better resolution with OLED versus LCD displays on the 11, but what's new this year is a better contrast ratio and is also brighter. So Apple is calling it the Super Retina XDR display on the 11 Pros this year, but really it just means that it has a peak brightness of 1200 nits, which is going to be great for HDR10 and Dolby Vision video. But when you're not watching HDR content, it has a sustained brightness of 800 nits, so it's going to be brighter all around. Now with Pro in the name, I feel like a lot of us were expecting USB-C on these phones, but it looks like we have another year of Lightning. But the good news is that we do get an 18-watt USB-C to Lightning fast charger in the box with the Pros. And to be clear, the iPhone 11 also supports fast charging, but you just don't get it in the box. Now last year when it came to battery life, the XR was the best option for that, but this year all three should perform really well. Specifically, the 11 will give you up to 1 hour more, 11 Pro up to 4 hours more, and the 11 Pro Max up to 5 hours more, which is pretty crazy. Now I know I was so excited to see all those colors on the 11, but with the 11 Pro, we also get a new color, that beautiful midnight green. And at first, honestly, I didn't know how I feel about it, but after seeing it in person, it really is making my decision super difficult because it is a beautiful color. The frosted matte finish on the Pros this year also looks really good. And if you happen to order one, let me know which color you picked with a comment down below. There's also a new budget iPad this year, but what I'm more excited for is that new Series 5 Apple Watch. Now, it's not a huge upgrade over the Series 4. Probably the biggest thing is that always on display, but we also get a new titanium option and ceramic is back. I'm honestly a little torn on which one to go for, maybe titanium, but ceramic has always looked really good, so stay tuned to see which one I went with. That though has been my thoughts on the Apple event this week. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and I'll see you later.